Everything is coincidence. But even coincidence is part of fate's design. I'm not losing it. I'm perfectly sane. What I speak now is the absolute truth, not some childish fantasy. No matter how trivial something may seem, it has the potential to shape the future. Have you heard of the butterfly effect? If not, look it up. Then you'll understand how careful you must be. Unfortunately, I didn't understand. If only I realized how dangerous my actions were. Then I never would have lost her. The future wouldn't have turned out like this. But how could I have known? How could I have known that by pressing that button, I would decide the fate of all mankind? Just think about it. The average human perceives just 1% of his environment. We are not nearly as clever as we like to think. We go about our lives oblivious to a million different things that happen around us every day. Even when something catches our eye, our brain forgets it a moment later. I want to tell me back then, don't do anything careless. Don't do anything rash. Don't pretend you didn't see that. Pay more attention. The hand of conspiracy was always closer than you thought. Just waiting for the right moment to strike. The universe has a beginning, but has no end. Infinite. Stars, too, have a beginning, but are by their own power destroyed. Finite. History teaches that those who hold wisdom are often the most foolish. The fish in the sea know not the land. If they too hold wisdom, they too will be destroyed. It is more ridiculous for man to exceed light speed than for fish to live ashore. This may also be called God's final warning to those who rebel.
Hey, what are you mumbling about?
There's no sound from the phone against my right ear. Only silence. I am baking in the summer sun. Sweat slowly slides down my chin and drips onto the asphalt.
Ocarine. Earth to Ocarine.
A girl is standing in front of me. She calls my name with an inquisitive tilt of her head. We are about to infiltrate deep into enemy territory. Yet despite the imminent risk of death, there is no hint of tension on her innocent, childlike features. I cover my phone's mouthpiece and turn to the girl with an index finger to my lips.
You talking to someone?
I nod and put my phone back to my ear. Still no sound from the other side. My contact is wise to maintain silence. The whole area could be bugged. No, I was just talking to someone. Everything's fine. I'm about to infiltrate the assembly hall. Still no reply. Looks like they just want my report. It's too dangerous to waste time talking here anyway. Yeah, Dr. Nakabachi got the jump on us, but I'll make sure he tells us everything. What? The organization is already on the move? I open my eyes to match my shocked tone. The girl turns to me in surprise. I sigh, shaking my head as I rub my temples. I see. So, that's the choice of Steins Gate. L, Psi, Congru. I speak the parting words and pocket my cell phone. Steins Gate. Some know it as fate. To others, it is the will of God. You could count on one hand the people in this world aware of its true nature. In any case, we should begin the infiltration. I advance towards Radio Kaikon, which is just across the street from the train station. Of course, this is enemy territory. I can't just stride through the front door like an average person. I bypass the elevators and escalators and head to the 8th floor by the stairwell. But I only make it to the 7th floor before I have to stop and rest.
Who was that on the phone?
The girl, Shiina Mayuri, immediately resumes our conversation. She followed me all the way here, and she isn't even short of breath. I, on the other hand, am gasping for air with my hands on my knees. Who would have thought an 8-story building would be so tall? I turn to Mayuri, while wiping the sweat from my brow. If I told you, I'd have to kill you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Okabe.
Mayuri smiles happily and doesn't pry any further. As always, she is quick to understand my position. We've known each other since we were both little. Mayuri is 16, 2 years younger than me. She's more like a little sister than a typical childhood friend. I've been looking out for her as long as I can remember. I used to hope that Mayuri might become the key to Steins Gate, but now I've reconsidered. I don't want that terrible fate for her. She should live a normal life. That is my present wish. We continue to the 8th floor and enter the assembly hall. In front of us stands a cheap-looking stage with a podium and a sign reading Dr. Nakabachi's time machine press conference.
Okarin.
Mayuri insists on calling me Okarin, but it's neither my real name nor my code name. It's just one of those annoying nicknames people use. How many times do I have to tell you? Don't call me Okarin.
Huh? But I've always called you that.
That was then. I have since become Hououin Kyouma, the insane mad scientist hunted by secret organizations the world over.
But that's too hard to remember.
In any case, Hououin Kyouma is my true name.
And besides, it doesn't even sound like Okabe Rintaro. You're weird.
Cease your foolish laughter! Okabe Rintaro may be my real name, but I have rejected it, for it is stupid. And so I also hate the derivative Okarin. Come on! It sounds like that elf boy's blue pipe thing.
So, Okarin, can I ask you something?
In one ear and out the other. She's been calling me that for 5 years now. So maybe it's time to give up.
What are we doing here?
Wait, you followed me here without knowing why?
Yep.
She nods without dropping her smile. We're here for Dr. Nakabachi's press conference. We are standing in the assembly hall on the 8th floor of Radio Kaikon. It is here that the conference will be held. Dr. Nakabachi is an inventor. He appears on TV from time to time and has a few patents under his belt. But mostly, he is treated as a curiosity.
Press conference? But where are the reporters?
Mayuri's right. I've scanned the entire hall, but there's no one who looks like a reputable reporter or cameraman. There are only about 10 of us standing in the hall, including me. Considering Nakabachi's moderate media presence, and the fact that he claims to have invented a time machine, I would have expected more. Could this be the organization working its twisted influence? I twist my lips into a sneer. I thought that Nakabachi was like me, a scientist fighting to overthrow the organization. This press conference suggests other motives at work. Our enemies won't miss this chance. I'd prefer not to get wrapped up in his mess. Nevertheless, I'm interested in what he has to say. That's why I'm here, blowing an afternoon of my precious summer holiday. Mayuri ponders my utterance for a while before finally turning her head.
You wrapped something? Is it his birthday too?
I let out a sigh. Mayuri is known to not only make bad jokes, but to laugh at them too. She's always been special. Keep your guard up, Mayuri. I suspect this won't be a normal I didn't even finish my sentence! Are we under attack? Are they trying to fry our brains with electromagnetic waves? Dust falls from the ceiling as the floor shakes. We are definitely under attack. It's coming from above, but we're on the top floor. All that's above is the roof.
An earthquake? Is it magnitude 2? What does magnitude mean again?
No time to deal with Mayuri's confusion. Something's not right about this. I bolt out the conference hall and run up the stairs to the roof, ignoring the no trespassing signs in my way. The doors open. Upon closer inspection, I realize the lock has been broken. I open the door and see a billowing cloud of black smoke. There's some kind of phosphorescent dust sparkling in the air. An explosion? I can't believe it. Was there really an explosion? My heart is racing. Damn! I don't know what to do. Should I run away? But why an explosion? Terrorists? No, that doesn't fit. I mean, how do you explain that? What the? A strange machine is sitting in the middle of the roof. It's huge, maybe 3 meters tall, and looks kind of like a satellite. Did that thing cause the shaking just now? Who put it here? Was it Dr. Nakabachi? Is this part of his presentation? Impossible. Even if that were the case, how the hell would he get it up here? My head is bursting with questions. As I search for the courage to approach the machine, a throng of reporters and building staff burst onto the rooftop. They look just as confused as I am.
Please stay back, everybody!
And then, a woman, who I assume is a staff member, appears to wave us back.
The press conference will proceed as scheduled.
Is she trying to hide something? Her response was unusually quick, almost like she's trying to keep me away from that device. I've got a nose for conspiracies, and this stinks of cover-up. What are they hiding? What was that explosion? I want to know, but I shouldn't risk getting any closer. I turn and leave. But not because I'm scared or anything like that. Staff members lead us all back to the 8th floor. Mayuri is nowhere to be seen. She's not in the event hall either. I find her on the 7th floor. Several capsule toy machines are lined up next to a plate reading, "Birthplace of the Japanese PC." She's gazing upon them with a wistful look. I breathe a sigh of relief, then take out my phone. It's me. I've got a bad feeling about this. Something's happening, and I have no idea what it is. Yeah, I know. Don't worry. I won't do anything to jeopardize the mission. L, Psi, Congru. After I speak the words and hang up, I am able to wipe the sweat from my forehead. My sweat is cold. Half of me hopes something will happen. The other half fears the same thing. I put away my phone and look back at Mayuri. She's still staring at those capsule toys. She doesn't seem to be worried about the explosion at all. I can't decide if she's level-headed or just airheaded. What are you doing?
Well, I really want an oppa.
Just as I thought. Mayuri points to a capsule machine. The sign on the front says Rainet Kakeru 3D Character Doll Series. Rainet Kakeru is a popular anime series with its own card game spin-off, Rainet Excess Battlers. They even hold international tournaments. Uppa is the series' mascot character. It resembles an elliptical egg with limbs sticking out, like some kind of deformed dog. It's what they call an ugly cute character. High school girls find these creatures adorable for some reason. Last year, an ugly frog character was the rage. Its name escapes me though. Then go for it. I can't guarantee you'll get an Uppa though. Mayuri gives me a troubled smile.
But Mayushi's all out of 100-yen coins.
Mayushi is what Mayuri calls herself sometimes. According to her, it's supposed to have a star at the end. Mayushi star. But who really cares?
So, can I borrow 100 yen, please?
She holds her hands out with the look of a begging puppy. Looks like she was planning this from the very beginning. Well, at least she didn't say gimme. Do you think it's that easy, Mayuri? You'll get no money from me. Instead, I'll show you just how harsh life really is. I pull out a 100-yen coin, set it into the machine slot, and spin the lever. I open the capsule and take out the contents. Mayuri leans forward eagerly to see what I got.
Oh, it's an oppa! And it's metal! A metal oppa!
Is it rare?
Super rare!
While I examine the metal Uppa, a boy who is watching us tries his luck on the same Rainet machine.
Oh, a normal Uppa.
He looks at my metal Uppa in resentment. I turn to see Mayuri's sparkling eyes also fixed upon the Uppa. Hey, high school girl! You're acting like a little kid. I give this creature of metal to you, Mayuri. Honestly, I don't want it.
Really? Are you sure, Okarin?
The name's Hououin Kyouma.
Thank you, Okarin.
Is she doing it on purpose?
Thank you all for coming to Dr. Nakabachi's Time Machine press conference.
I hear the announcement from the floor above.
Sounds like they're starting.
I head to the stairs, but Mayuri doesn't follow.
Let's go, Mayuri.
Just a sec. I gotta rate my name.
She's preoccupied with the metal Upa. I go on ahead.